Hello, everyone. My name is Ronnie Harris, and today I'm going to be talking about HVC technicians and how they're seen in Australia, why their jobs are important there.
Hello.
Mhm. All right, so I chose this because I'm an HVAC journeyman. I'm a technician at EKU. I've had a lot of experience with HVAC, so heating and cooling, and in and around the Kentucky area. So our weather changes a lot from the humid summers to the real cold winters, and we rely on the HVAC units throughout the year. So this helps me kind of contrast and compare how the technicians and how the climate is in Australia because it's completely different than here. So in Australia, they're known for the extreme heat, the heat waves. They're becoming more and more common. They're becoming intense, and it's because of the climate change. So in some of the areas, it gets dangerously hot. The HVAC, the air conditioning units, they become very, very important, almost a necessity. Bruce and McGall says that they find when temperatures rise, the increase in and the demand causing huge electrical spikes across Australia. This shows how important HVAC units are and how fixing them and keeping them maintained are vital to a good heating and air experience. So the comfort level. When the heat waves hit, everyone turns to their AC on at the same time. It even causes a lot of pressure on the electrical grid and even causes some blackouts from time to time. The media often reports long wait times for repairs because of these blackouts, and it seems like the HVC companies become overwhelmed. So the public sees the technicians, these HVAC technicians, as essential and they're trusted workers, but they also get kind of frustrated because of the delay times. And honestly, anyone who's had their AC die, in the middle of summer when it's real hot, they can relate to that. So that, and especially the Kentucky summer, it's an understandable feeling, and we can see why. But research by Corey and Prasad says Australia is experiencing a major increase in the cooling demand, and there aren't enough technicians that's trained to keep up with this demand, especially in some of the rural areas. This makes the job even more demanding than people may realize. Another big factor in the push in environmental friendly systems, these eco-friendly systems. Australia is encouraging high efficiency units with low emission refrigerants. What this means is it's good for the environment, but it means that they HVAC technicians need to be more trained to handle the new equipment and some of the refrigerant safeties. So Riemann and Olson says that they point out that the newer refrigerants require special skills and training from the technicians that they may learn on the job or a vocational classroom. This is also part of the worldwide trend, according to Langer, Balls, and Sterner. The technicians around the globe are asked to switch to newer, cleaner refrigerants that make HVAC work sometimes more complicated but safer. Wang and Chen also say that Australia's heat waves are becoming longer and hotter, which puts even more stress on the cooling system and people who repair them. The hotter the weather gets, the more pressure falls on the HVAC workers. So for my project, I also viewed the posts on different platforms that shows the HVAC technicians and how they're represented in the news and media. These posts help me compare the public and how they see the HVAC workers versus the research that shows me the real challenges that they face from day to day. So to wrap up, the HVAC technicians in Australia are seen as very important because the climate there is getting hotter, but the cooling demand is rising and the environmental rules are changing. So compared to my experience in Kentucky, the weather swings from humid to cold makes the HVAC systems work harder in Australia because they face greater pressure from the extreme heat. Understanding all this helps me explain why the professionals are valued but why technicians are often stretched thin and the work becomes maybe delayed from time to time. All right. Thank you for your time today.